My name's Samantha Lubanzu. I am the Vice Chair of the CIPD in Manchester, and we're really excited because we have the Inclusion and Diversity panel discussion coming up on the 31st of March at 6 p.m. And we have our very own Peter Cheese joining us, as well as our distinguished guests. I'm really excited because one of those distinguished guests is here with me now, and that is the lovely Liz Villani. Beautiful name as well, Liz. Can you introduce yourself?
Of course I can, and thank you for that lovely compliment, Samantha. Yeah, of course, I'm Liz Villani. My character is kind of calm and thorough and quite excitable and kind, but also kind of totally open. I love work. I founded Courageous Success when I was 30, and we moved on to create I Am. It's the world's first personalised values tool so that you can be you at work. We're a global business, so that's why I have these bags under my eyes. We operate here in the UK, as well as having a team in Sydney and also in the US. And we're creating, galvanising a movement. I'm really focused on championing inclusive workplaces, but also ones that champion and kind of bring out everyone's unique value.
And that is so important. And we do know at the moment that we have inclusion and diversity as a very big subject. And there's a lot of definitions out there, depending on when you were born, really. So I'm quite interested, Liz, what is your own personal definition of inclusion and diversity?
Oh, it's a really, really great question. For me, diversity and inclusion is all about us being ourselves,
yes,
but also embracing and celebrating everybody's unique value. That, for me, is true diversity and inclusion.
Brilliant answer. And Liz, with it being said that inclusion and diversity is becoming more and more prevalent, it's a hot topic, people are more aware. Why do you think that is? Why do you think it's become such a hot topic at the moment? Or in the moment?
Gosh. Again, I mean, how long have you got? Can I write a book?
Yeah. It's a broad subject, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I think, the workplace is evolving, and I'll try and say it straight. We want more than a job. Yeah. That's the thing. People want to belong, they want to feel included, and they want to be themselves. And our research shows that when you can be yourself at work, your performance can be impacted by up to 85%.
Wow.
But we've got to be careful about what we kind of use to define who we are. So you're not your job role or your name. We introduce ourselves as our names and our job roles, and those things. You're not your gender, your race, all of those things. You are your own unique character. You're you. And with only 16% of people feeling like they can be themselves at work, we've got to focus on who we are and use our values to be us. So for me, it's about wanting more. It's no longer, workplace is no longer just something that we use to pay the bills. It's a way of life. It's a way of living and expressing who we are, which is exciting, but we need to feel like we can be us.
Wow, that is a really great answer. And what I like is that you bring in all those statistics in, because sometimes people say numbers do speak. I mean, we know that 25% is the number. I've seen it recently going to 33%, that if you have an inclusive and diverse organisation, you're outperforming your peers by that percent. Now, it's a no-brainer, really, isn't it? Tell me what you think you're bringing to the panel discussion, because I can see it already, but for those who are joining us, tell me what you think you're bringing, because I'm already enjoying this conversation. Go on forever.
I think there's a couple of things. Every panel or kind of conversation that I have, I always hope that I make a difference to the people that are involved. So the number one for me is a kind of, as an expert in you being you, hopefully everybody who joins the panel will learn something about themselves so that they can be them where they work. But also, I think, I'll be able to help you to think about the people coming along will help them to think about what's needed in the workplace to create that inclusive and belonging environment, and how people are feeling. So, we ran the global survey, which is the statistics that I shared over 2020 and 2021 that show the levels of imposter syndrome and self-doubt and how we cope. and how we're feeling about ourselves at work. And all of those things add up to certain tools and tactics that if we embrace as managers, leaders, ourselves as people, and look at them from an organizational perspective, then we can create the right workplace world where people can quite simply be them. You know, and so hopefully I'll also help people to define and think about who they are and not marginalize yourself based upon, you know, your whether you're rich, you're poor, you're, you know, you're black, you're white, you're British, you're not British. All of that goes when you think about the real you. So hopefully a little bit of inspiration, as well as some, you know, detail and data and some tools that people can take away to implement where they work.
That's great. And I love that we're going to have a wealth of various different perspectives to bring it all to life. And on that subject, anyone who comments below, so below here, just put any comment, an emoji, whatever it is, or what you've heard, what you liked about it. And what we're going to do is put you in a competition to win, excited, drum roll, Liz Villani's I Am.
Yeah, so your I Am. So if you put
yeah,
the details underneath, you can discover your own I Am. So what we'll do is we'll do a draw. Samantha will do a draw. Samantha has an I Am. So she, all it is a picture of you in your own words so that you can be yourself at work. So if you'd like to experience more about who you are and find out who you are, then absolutely follow Sam's direction and just put your details below.
Yeah, right down there below. You want to be in, you've got to be in it to win it. And on the event, it'll be drawn and we'll find out who the winner is. So just put an emoji, put a comment, and you'll be in for the prize draw on the 31st. It will be announced, and I'm excited to find out who that would be. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we will welcome you, Liz, on the 31st of March, 6 p.m. on the panel for inclusion and diversity for the CIPD. Thank you so much.